Hello, everybody. Well, we're going to do the same thing today as we did yesterday because I think, given as much as I want to talk about it, the format works well. And so it's going to be exactly the same. 3 videos. Everybody gets this one. All paying members get the second one, and Gold and Platinum get the third. And as with yesterday, I not only don't have a script, obviously, I don't even have an outline or really even an idea what I'm going to talk about. This is just off the cuff, but from the heart. I felt almost a sense of betrayal, that I was betraying you by backing off of my shorts and getting a couple of long positions. I know how you feel, believe me. One of the very few people, and people have mixed feelings about it, but one of the very few people I like here in the internet universe of financial folks is X-Trends, Attila Desmarais. And he's a cool cat, and I think he's good at what he does. And I always get so excited when he, as he says, releases the Kraken, when he goes short. And I get so sad when he closes it, or even worse, goes long. So I totally get how you're feeling. In fact, weirdly, last week sometime he got out. He's a little braggadocious about his profits, but he said he was getting out and just taking his profits. And I think he's been out ever since, I suppose. So I felt a little lonely, but at least he's not long. My point is that I feel your pain, and I'll emphasize again that I'm not, gone bull on you, and I'm not flat or anything like that. I simply have fewer bearish positions than I did. I've gone from about 100% committed to about 62% committed, and I've got one long, which is some April, which for me is really short term. Some April Cube calls. I almost said puts, because I'm unused to saying calls. And that's it. And even that I'm a little bit worried about. But what we're going to do different today, though, and I'll get back to my speech in a second, is yesterday I did, for the second video, I did indexes, and for the third video, I walked through all my positions. Today, I'm going to do 2 very different videos. One is going to be why the market should bounce now, why we should believe that we're going to have a rally now. And the third video is why I probably was a fool to cover any shorts, and we're doomed. It's a pretty equal weighting, I got to tell you, of reasons to go up and reasons to go down. So those are the other 2 videos I'm going to talk about. But I will say in very general terms that I am as optimistic about this bear market as I've ever been, probably even more so as I stand here now. I know what it feels like to have one's profits taken away. I made a whole ton of money during the COVID crash, and I lost every penny of it. All the profits gone. That feeling sucks. My profits looked a lot like the slope subscription graph, That feeling really sucks, and so I'd rather not go through that again. So that's part of the reason I was so eager to take some profits off the table. But as I said ad nauseum, had I done nothing, had I closed nothing through now, I would have vastly more profits, and that may be the case yet again. But I felt today that it was time to turn the dial down some. And one last thing I'll say, then I'll shut up, is this is not, maybe this summer we can short again. No. I'm hoping we can get this over with in a few days. I am not a patient person, and I'd love for there to be some reason for the market to do a nice, hearty, the bottom's in type rally and get us in at better prices again. I will say in conclusion that it feels awkward to be the beneficiary of such sadness right now. I would have vastly rather the reason for this weakness to be things like we're deeply in debt and the Fed's hands are tied and inflation's raging and they can't do anything about it, and shame on us, this is the day of reckoning. Because that's, at least people aren't getting killed in the process. It's just sort of a shame on you, Jerome, you see, kind of thing. And I'd probably wear my Beatles suit and be a lot more sanctimonious about it. As it is now, I don't really get my kicks out of innocent civilians being slaughtered and fleeing. And it's just, as I've mentioned, I'm not Ukrainian myself, but they're definitely part of my community in my life. on a daily basis. And it definitely stings more than other tragedies, just because, you know, I'm a flawed human. It's an affinity kind of thing. You know, I sort of feel I feel a kinship there, so it stings more. So, you know, as a chartist, I'm pleased that the charts are working properly. As a person with a heart, I am not pleased that the reason that they're working is because of this tragedy going on. I'd kind of rather get to like declaring Jerome Powell's the devil, and then we can just focus on that. So, but none of us can do anything about that circumstance. So here we are. Well, that ended with a sputter, didn't it? But got it off my chest, just a bunch of general ideas, and I'm going to do these other 2 videos. So thanks for being on Slope, and I will see some of you in a second.